As we continue our coverage of the coronavirus, it's important to never forget the people it directly impacts. Tonight, we meet Kevin Brown. He says his life has been turned upside down by this pandemic. Big Two's Jian Kim has his story.
There's no doubt this pandemic has impacted millions of lives, but it's so crucial that we never forget there are faces and names associated with every statistic that we report on. I had a chance to speak with a West Texas man, Kevin Brown, today. Here's his story.
My life has come to an abrupt halt.
And just like that, Kevin Brown found himself homebound, out of a job with no place to go.
You have to pay the bills and the rent still. If you don't have any income, you have to try to think of something else. Relying on my pension mostly, I guess, and that's it. I have neighbors that help.
Brown was a part-time employee at the West Texas Lighthouse for the Blind. On the weekends, he pursued his passion for music, performing at local restaurants.
Pretty rough, trying to stay positive and not get depressed. You know, it's another thing.
When it rains, it pours. Brown, now having lost 2 relatives to COVID-19, is scared to risk his own life, walking out into the unknown.
We're living in it. You know, our humanity has hit one of those points in our lives that, you know, we'll remember in the history books for years.
He says his biggest fear is opening up too soon and finding ourselves back to square one. Living with total blindness, he says his biggest challenge is maintaining sanitation. Keeping his house and himself protected isn't always easy.
I'm used to being stationary for long periods of time, so that doesn't really bother me too much, but I don't really go anywhere. I don't want to take that risk, you know.
Brown tells me, like many others, he is ready to get back to work. He currently spends his days writing music and waiting for his new normal. Reporting in Odessa, I'm Jian Kim.
Thank you, Jian.